Hello, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Woo TV's live broadcast of The Dating Game, a reboot of a classic 60s family show which we have brought to you today for our first live broadcast in like over a decade. Woo! Thank you. We're joined here today by a live studio audience, everyone. Yeah? Rock and roll, rock and roll. So yeah, we're here today and we're going to introduce our potential bachelor here. Your name is?
My name is Ben.
His name is Ben. So let's go ahead and go over and meet our three potential suitors as well. Could you just say your name? And how about an interesting thing about yourself that you wouldn't want to know on television? Suitor number one.
My name is Richa, and something I don't want people to know is that I can bark like a dog.
That's incredible. We'll get to that later. Suitor number two.
My name is Tyra, and something that I wouldn't want people to know is that I eat Nutella with my fingers at night.
I hope we're off to a great start here. Suitor number three, you're last but not least.
Hi, I'm Gabby, and something I wouldn't want people to know is that I'm spit sisters with Millie Obama.
Okay, so one of these three people is going to be this man's potential suitor. So let's get in to the dating game. Woo! Thank you so much for coming on today. You know, it's a great pleasure to be able to do a live broadcast now for all of our lovely people in the studio audience, as well as everyone watching at home.
Absolutely.
And everyone watching overseas and on seas and on land and really wherever it is on this.
Mardi Gras!
Mardi Gras, everyone! Yeah, so
Sorry.
here today with Ben. Ben, tell us a little something about yourself. Something that you wouldn't want people to know, but you're on television, so we're going to coax that out of you.
Okay, something that I wouldn't want people to know. I've been celebrating Mardi Gras today a lot. Too much for a live television broadcast. So, but I'm going to keep it together and we're going to do good TV, all right? We're doing good TV.
Precisely, my friend. Yeah, so we've got a party rolling in the streets of Soulard, in the streets of St. Louis. But here in the studio is an even better party where we're going to have a date set up. That's incredible. True love is magical. So we'll go ahead and get into the questions. So basically the way this is going to shake out, this guy over here, having not seen the three potential suitors, is going to ask a series of 5 questions. And with every one of those answers, he will then use like calculations of thought process to then find a match that he finds the most compatible. And we're going to pay for their date. That's the reward to the show. So, Ben, you ready to get started?
I'm ready to get started.
Ready to get
Do
started?
I get to choose where the date is that you all are paying for?
I don't know. What's your first question? We'll just go ahead and go to that.
First question, multiple choice. Christopher Nolan, J.J. Abrams, and Nutella.
Okay, so this is a serious Netflix and chill question. We're just going to go right down the line. Suitor number one, Christopher Nolan, J.J. Abrams, or Nutella?
Obviously, Nutella.
Obviously Nutella. That was a very quick response to that. We're going to go to suitor number two.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams. See, that's provocative. Someone's into philosophy on that side of the wall. And suitor number three.
J.J. Abrams.
Also J.J. Abrams. It's funny. I would have picked Christopher Nolan myself. What would you have picked out of that question?
Nutella.
Ooh,
You
all
think
right.
of the questions, you don't think of the answers.
All right. We're off to a solid start here. So let's go ahead and move on now to question number two.
Question number 2. This is a 2-part question. The first part is, if you have seen Wild Wild Country on Netflix, please give me your best impression of the Bhagwan.
De Bhagwan. This is
The second part,
tell
because
us what Wild Wild Country is first of all.
Wild Wild
Don't
Country
know.
is a Netflix documentary in 5 parts that chronicles the rise and fall of a cult in Oregon. Religious order. The semantics is part of the documentary. Tune in to learn more. Let's hear an impersonation of the Bhagwan, or if you haven't seen it, say what your favorite cult is and why.
Suitor number one.
You know, I haven't seen the Wild West, but is that the name? I don't know. But if I had a favorite cult, I'm sure it would be one that dealt with, you know, the apocalypse, where they're just ready for anything. That's my favorite cult.
Doomsday prepping. Definitely a hot topic among the cult community. Moving on to suitor number 2.
Okay, I also have not seen this Wild Wild West show, but if I had to choose my favorite cult, it would probably be like Jediism. Like, do you know what that is? Like, where they're like obsessed with Star Wars and they like think they're Jedis. Yeah.
A small religion in Australia. That's
Yes,
definitely,
yes.
That's an interesting choice. A good travel location too. Suitor number 3.
I haven't seen the Wild West thing, but I'm part of a cult. It's called Alpha Phi. It's a sorority, and it's my favorite cult.
Yes. I'm surprised that, for me, my answer would have been the cult of Scientology, but that might have also angered some of our viewers back home, so we're just going to move past that. What's your favorite cult?
Definitely not the cult of Scientology.
Yes. Please don't call 911. Moving on to suitor number 3. Or it's not suitor number 3, question number 3, which then we could then ask to suitor number 3, but that's later.
Okay.
What's your third question?
This is an interpretive question. It has to do with the lyrics of a song. What do you make of the lyrics? Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche in the middle of the night.
Yeah, suitor number 1.
I mean, I didn't even pay attention to the lyrics. I was blown away by the singing and the lyricism. Is that a word? I don't know. That was amazing.
Yeah, I can't see your reaction across this divider, but I'm gonna imagine it looked a lot like mine did, which was just.
I'm sure.
Anyway, moving on, we're gonna go to suitor number 2.
The lyrics themselves, a work of art. I mean, I have no words to describe. Wow.
Suitor number 3.
Okay, so he starts out saying blinded by the light. That's kind of how I feel now with these lights in my face. So, yeah.
Yes, we are on a set with a live studio audience, and we have lights and cameras and all that other stuff that goes into production making. Let's just go ahead and move on. So we've gone through 3 questions now. We're gonna go on to our 4th question. Ben, tell us, what's another thing that you'd like to know about these potential suitors?
Okay, I'm gonna take a serious turn. Sorry. So it's very easy to be in a relationship when things are going well in both people's lives. But let's say one person in a relationship has a shit day or something bad happen. What would you do as that person's spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it might be, to make them feel better?
I cannot believe that after the first 3 questions, this is where we've arrived. Suitor number 1. What are you going to do when your significant other has a bad day?
I'd say if my significant other had a bad day, I'd probably try to make them laugh. Just like take them out to do something fun, or just like try my best to lift their spirits. And yeah.
Heartwarming. Suitor number 2, on to you.
Yeah, so if my significant other was having a bad day, I would definitely surprise them with their favorite food and candy and just try to make them feel as loved as possible.
Also heartwarming. Suitor number 3.
I would not say anything about my day if it was bad, and just pay attention to like them and kind of validate their feelings, and then turn it into a good day together.
That's a good response. All 3 signs of a healthy relationship packed up into that one. So now that we've actually had a more compatibility question, let's go ahead and see what the last one is that you have in store for us. Ben, what is your last and final question?
Polyamory, yay or nay? Please explain your answer.
And we're back. Suitor number 1.
Why not?
Yeah. Suitor number 2.
No, the fuck?
Okay. Suitor number 3.
Hard no.
Damn.
Okay. So we've hit I think all 3 polars on that spectrum, the nice middle and the 2 extremes, which means that now that we've gone through 5 questions, it's finally time for the decision. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the big moment, the one that we've all been waiting for. Our potential bachelor here, Ben, is about to become a potential bachelor, about to be taken. So now, Ben, it's up to you. You're going to go with suitor number 1, Suitor number 2 or suitor number 3?
Well, to be honest with you, this is a very difficult decision. All of the suitors provided heartwarming, thoughtful, and hilarious answers. But I'm going to have to go with suitor number 1.
Suitor number 1 has been chosen. Please step forward. On this side, come and meet in the middle. Oh, look at that. You just made true love happen
Wow,
here.
this is magical.
Wow.
Are we taking a photo? What's going
Look
on?
at
We
that
had a
happy
big
couple.
check.
Oh, we have a hat. Babe.
To commercial.
Not quite, that's my part.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us in the first round here of the dating game. We're going to go ahead and go to commercials. We just finished a lovely saxophone serenade over our commercial break. Thank you so much for the live studio audience who got to listen in on that. Woo! Yeah! We're having a really good time here, and we're back now for round 2 of WooTV's live broadcast of the Data Game. Our first live broadcast in over a decade. We decided to bring back our classic reboot that we've done before of a classic 60s game show and everything. And I'm here now with a new contestant, our potential Bachelorette, who is
Alana.
Alana. And tell us something interesting about yourself, Alana.
I used to be an elite gymnast, and I have a secret whistling talent, and I'm afraid of butterflies.
And she's afraid of butterflies, so we got a triple whammy here coming up. Now to meet our 3 potential suitors. Suitor number 1, could you please say your name and an interesting fact about yourself?
My name is Mitch, and my interesting fact is that I am a grower, not a shower.
Okay, that's a little too much information. But let's go ahead and move on to suitor number 2.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I was generally unprepared for how actually serious this is.
Yes, we do take things very seriously here at WooTV in the dating game. I'm sorry that we caught you off guard like that.
No, it's good. Legitimate dinner. I didn't know that was part of it.
Suitor number 3, your name and an interesting fact about yourself.
My name's Dimitri. I love pina coladas, getting caught in the rain, and to be frank, making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape.
Well, quite frankly, I would say that that's too much information, but we already had one of those, and I can't like reuse that line. So let's go ahead and get started with round 2 of the dating game. All right. And so, Alana, am I saying that right?
No.
No. All right. I'm just. You know what? We're just gonna roll with it.
It's Alana, like banana. No,
Like
you
banana.
gotta get it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Alana.
Yeah.
Alana
You
banana. Okay, we're just gonna move on. So we've done the rules here before again, but I'm gonna say it one more time. We got 5 questions to ask. She's gonna ask them 5 questions. She's gonna get back a total of 15 answers from 3 different people. You're gonna pick the one suitor that you think is the most compatible, and in that way, we're gonna subsidize a date for you guys, and it's gonna be amazing. And I have no further details than that, so please do not ask me. And
Okay,
so,
let's do it.
let's get started with the real questions. Question number 1.
Okay. We're on the show Naked and Afraid, where we're stranded in the woods for 21 days, completely nude. What are you most excited to show off? A, your hot bod, B, your outdoorsy skills, or C, your dad's jokes while I make the fire?
All right, let's get ready to be emasculated. Suitor number 1.
I would love to serenade you with my dad jokes while showing off my hot bod.
Okay.
All right.
A double whammy.
We got a double
yeah?
one, yeah.
All right. Suitor number 2. Which one of those 3 are you going with?
My outdoor skills, because I am very apt at finding and using bathrooms.
You know what they say, nature is man's toilet.
I mean, anything can be a bathroom if you try hard enough.
Exactly. Let's go with suitor number 3.
Well, for the audience that can see me, it's clearly my hot body, so I'm going with hot body.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
This has already been an amazing start. Let's go back. We're gonna go back for more here. So we got round 2. Second plate is coming up to this buffet. What are you looking?
Okay. What would be the most ideal date that you would plan for us?
An ideal first date.
Yeah, the perfect one. What would you plan?
This is a real tough question, actually. Suitor number 1. Let's go ahead and hear it.
I would take you to a restaurant that's very dear to me from my hometown, and I generally go there on special occasions, and it's a Mongolian grill, and it's very delicious. I would take you out, pay for our dinner, and then we would get ice cream after, and get to know each other.
Out of curiosity, what is your hometown?
It is St. Charles, Illinois.
St. Charles, Illinois, a town I have never been to.
Good.
Let's
I
go.
see you getting extra questions in there. Thanks.
Yeah.
Doing
Oh,
yourself.
you know, I have to know something about these people too. You're not the only one here trying to find a suitor.
Okay.
Suitor number 2. Let's hear about that ideal first date.
I'd plan nothing. I don't like plans. We'd go somewhere and then we'd just start wandering and maybe we'd find food. Who knows? I don't know.
Wait, is this the toilet guy?
I think so. Yeah, this is the true outdoorsman right here. So yeah, he would go.
Wandering into
Oh no, we wouldn't go to an island naked. But
Oh, well, where's the fun in that?
if we wound up on an island, I'd be surprised, but I'd be ready.
You just wound up on an island on your first date. That could be a really good sign or a really bad sign. This could be Fire Festival all over again. Suitor number 3.
It's honestly pretty hard to follow up, but I would probably bring you flowers, and then go out to dinner at a nice restaurant, and then, yeah, go either out to coffee or gelato, and really get to know you intimately.
Wow. This guy, you can clearly tell, has that college student budget. Yeah. He's got like 3 different activities planned,
I mean,
all
it was
of which.
no island, but it was still really sweet.
Okay, no island, but still really sweet. We'll take it. Let's go ahead and move on now to question number 3. We're getting a solid basis now for what these suitors might be like in their real life. I don't know, not on television. Anyway, question number 3.
Okay, so we've been dating for a while, and we're having Thanksgiving together, and I'm meeting your family for the very first time. Who would you warn me about, and why? This is your opportunity to show me how crazy your family is.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Suitor number 1.
Well, without giving too many details away about my family, I would warn you about a specific one of my aunts that does not get along with my mother personally very well, and their sisters. So I would tell you to take everything she says with a grain of salt, and if she shit talks me in front of you directly about me, just just brush it off.
Okay, so we have a gossipy aunt. That's
Okay.
that's student number 1. Student number 2, who in your family would you tell her to avoid?
So since we've been together for a while, I kind of know your personality, and so it would vary based on, which corner I think you might get trapped in. We have the Trump-supporting grandpa, we have the problematic aunt, and we have the also problematic for other reasons father. So, we're all over the place.
Love a man with daddy issues.
Okay, so he basically just told you to avoid his entire family.
Basically.
Which,
Guess we'll be going to Thanksgiving at my place.
yeah.
It's a big family, okay? There are some nice areas of the family.
They sound lovely.
Student number 3, who in your family do you not want to see this broadcasted?
Yeah.
My entire family is a lot to handle, but in a good way. So I just say, get ready for a wild ride. You don't know what's going to happen.
That would, coincidentally, that would be the answer that I would give in this instance. There's actually a funny family story about that I can't tell on air. But we'll go ahead and move on. What is someone in your family that you would want them to avoid, just for curiosity's sake?
I have an aunt who loves the wine a little too much and doesn't wear underwear, so watch out.
All right.
She's funny, though. It's funny.
The wino aunt. All right. Okay. So now we've established, first date, multiple other dates after, stranded on an island, naked and afraid. So now
We're just getting started.
we're just stirring the pot here a little bit. So let's see, what's another thing that you'd want to know about these students? What is your 4th question?
Okay, so I love karaoke nights and dancing. I want you to give me a little taste of your go-to karaoke song, right here, right now.
She wants you to sing on camera.
Right now.
Let's hear it. Student number 1, what's the karaoke song? And let's hear a little taste of it.
Oh, Loretta, it don't get much better.
Okay.
Oh, Loretta,
Yes, I know the other lyrics.
I don't know this song.
take off your sweater.
Okay, student number 1.
That was beautiful.
What song is that?
It's called Oh, Loretta.
Yeah, of course it is. Student number 2, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Crosstown Traffic by Jimi Hendrix, and it's, you're like crosstown traffic, trying to get through to you. Crosstown, don't remember the words, but at one point it goes, tire tracks all across your back. I can see you've had your fun, and I really like that lyric, so I'd want to. And it's, don't worry, he speaks it that way. We're not skimping out on the singing.
This is the same man who did Hump and Amp and Light a Guitar on Fire, all within the span of like 30 seconds. So,
Hey,
anything can happen.
His idol.
Sure.
Yeah, so a Jimi Hendrix song, a song that I've never heard of called Oh, Loretta. I probably should have heard of that, but it's okay. Student number 3, what's your go-to karaoke song?
It would definitely be Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye, but for the life of me, I cannot remember the fucking lyrics right now. So if anyone could throw me a few, obviously it goes Sexual Healing, but then what comes after that?
Audience, you got anything?
I'm so blanking.
Healing.
Makes me feel so fine. It's such a rush. Relieves my mind, something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
You know it. It's deep
That
down
one.
inside. You got it.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I don't know all 3 of these songs. I'm surprised that no one
Wait,
answered
time
Mobamba,
out,
but
time out. You know
No.
Oh, come on.
yes.
We're not in a frat basement. There's no Mobamba.
That's a good point. Thank God for that. Let's go ahead and answer your go-to karaoke song, because
Yeah.
you're the one who actually likes karaoke nights,
I
which
love
means that you
karaoke.
probably have a lot of experience with this.
So mine would either be Fergalicious or Look at Me Now. Yeah.
Are you going to demonstrate it on camera?
You want to hear both?
Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
Which one you want me to do?
Oh no, we want it. No, my producer.
One or two,
My
one or
producer is
two.
telling me that we want to hear both. We
Oh,
want to hear
God.
Fergalicious and Look at Me Now.
Okay. Fergalicious death. Fergalicious death. Fergalicious death. Virgolicious definition, make them boys go loco. They wanna see my treasure, so see me from my cocoa. We need some
You
words.
need the lyrics.
But
Wow,
that
it's
was
incredible.
just a little taste. You know, karaoke includes the lyrics,
Yes.
so.
I was gonna make a joke about that earlier, but I figured it would just be better to leave it unsaid. Yeah. So now we have to hear.
Okay.
What's the other one? Look at me now.
Look at me now.
Look at me now.
Yeah. Look at me now. Hey, look at me now. Oh, I'm getting paper. Look at me now. Hey, look at me now. Oh, I'm fresher than a mother. Man, fuck these ads. How y'all doing? I'm a Tucci. I'm a nuisance. I go stupid. I go dumb like the Three Stooges. I don't eat sushi. I'm the shit. No, I'm pollution. No substitution. Got a bitch that play in movies in my jacuzzi. Pussy juicy. Ah!
And the ad-libs. She
Yeah,
also had
you
the
can't
ad-libs.
forget it. You can't forget it. Yeah,
All right.
that's good.
So now that we've had a nice little musical number across the board here, let's get down to like the fifth and final question, which I honestly, after these four, I can't wait to hear what it is. So tell us, what is
Building it up a lot.
question number 5?
Okay, this is a little bit of a two-parter. So I want to hear about your secret talent and then your biggest pet peeves in a relationship.
Secret talent and biggest pet peeve. Let's go with it. Suitor number 1.
I would say my secret talent, while isn't as developed as other people, is playing the piano. I love spending like a few hours a day as much as I can to practice and stuff, and I really enjoy that.
Dedicated man.
My biggest pet peeve in a relationship, I don't know. I haven't had too much experience, if I'm not gonna lie. I've had a single girlfriend, and I couldn't say anything wrong, so I don't really know what a pet peeve would be.
Okay, so someone who is patient and doesn't get annoyed and tickles the ivories. That's a balanced man, if I've ever heard of one right there. Jack of all trades.
Balanced, dedicated man.
A balanced
Plays
and
piano
dedicated
several hours
man.
a day.
And if he plays the piano, you know he's got soul. That's all I got to say about that. Suitor number 2, let's go ahead and hear about you. Your biggest talent and your biggest pet peeve in a relationship.
I guess my talent would be similar to Suitor 1. I like playing the guitar, and the talent part that's secret, I guess. I've been trying to write music for it, and it's been going mediocre, so that's why it's secret. And then biggest pet peeve in a relationship, I don't know. I like a few hours a day alone a lot of the time, and sometimes there can be a lack of space some months.
That's important. You have to have like the two separate lives and then like come together like in the relationship.
That's true.
You know?
You do want to know how much time per day you actually like want to interact with your significant other, because sometimes if they say 24 hours a day, that's a little much.
No.
You know, I have to sleep at some point.
That's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. Suitor number 3. Let's go ahead and hear it. Your secret talent and biggest pet peeve.
I can put my light behind my head, and I would show you, but these pants aren't really conducive to that.
You have to show me after.
But yeah, and then similar to Suitor number 1, I feel like I'm a pretty tolerant, like easygoing guy that, I don't know, don't have too many pet peeves in general, let alone in a relationship.
You lost me at leg behind your head. Let's go ahead and answer it yourself, actually, because
Okay.
I'm also curious about this. Secret talent, biggest pet peeve.
I have a couple weird talents. So I have like this secret whistling talent. And
Demonstration.
okay.
It's like birds through windows.
So we're literally dealing with Snow White. And secondly, your biggest pet peeve.
My biggest pet peeve in a relationship is probably passiveness, like where you don't address like a problem, either like immediately or like you're able to talk about it like face to face, like right when it happens if it upsets you, because like being able to work through problems is probably like one of the biggest, like most necessary things like in a relationship, like to keep it long lasting and everything. And so passiveness, like if you just kind of don't really deal with it or kind of let it simmer, then it just explodes at the end. So you have to be able to, you know, deal with conflict and work things out. Communication is super important.
Communication is key in every healthy relationship, whether it's a friend, a mentor, a parent, or a teacher, or a lover. It really doesn't matter. The ability to talk
Or
is
all the
important.
above.
Is important
At
for
once.
every social setting ever. Yes, which I've clearly demonstrated on this live broadcast. But this live broadcast has come to a seminal point. We're about to have another decision to be made.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, we have our potential bachelorette, about to be potential bachelorette no more. There's going to be a date happening after this at some point in time that we will pay for, that you get to pick who it's with, which is a very big decision. So we want to hear, out of suitors number 1, 2, and 3, who's going to be?
Okay, I choose suitor number 1.
Suitor number 1! Again, go ahead, step on up here. Have you meet in the middle.
Hi.
Wow.
Nice to meet you.
True love.
Beautiful.
Oh, this is magical. Oh,
It's our photo shoot.
I can't imagine a world without true love. It's just,
You're making it happen.
I know. I'm so honored to be a part of this process.
It's like
You know, they told me just put on a suit and then it would work, and it did. Except it just didn't work for me. It's okay, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and just say some last final goodbyes here. Woo TV has not been able to do live broadcasts for a while due to technical difficulties, but we're back now, and it means we're back on air, which means we're back for like years to come. Yeah, that's like a pretty big accomplishment, if I would say so myself. So, you know, I have no smooth jazz. I don't have an actual saxophone. I just have this microphone, which means that the only instrument left to play us out here is my voice. But anyway, we want to thank all the people that are tuning in on YouTube and all the people that are tuning in through every various mean, especially the people downstairs with the live screening at the Duck, and all the people, you know, watching this on their television sets all around campus and really all around the world, because Woo TV is an international type of organization. So, you know, from all of us here, all of our lovely camera operators, our director, producer, and sound mixers and sound editors, and our live studio audience, which, by the way, thank you so much for showing out. Like, you guys didn't have to do this. We're not paying you anything, but thank you so much for taking the time out of your Mardi to come here. So, yeah, happy Mardi Gras from all of us here at Woo TV in St. Louis and around the world. I'm your host. Yeah, it's been a cool day. So, yeah, cool guy has chill day. Let's
Dope.
peace out.
Woo!
Thanks for tuning in.